Guys, welcome back to Coffee with Joe. I know it's been a very, very long time. The last few months have been good but bad at the same time. So I just wanted to give everyone an update. March 1st, we'll go back to March 1st, I went into the hospital, but I didn't go for ulcerative colitis flare-up. We still don't know what it was. I had COVID in January to like February or whatever, and then right after I got better with COVID, I had this chronic cough, and then I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. I didn't want to eat at all, and then when I did eat, I would want to throw up, and it was really, really bad. And then eventually got so bad to the point where I couldn't walk. I became so weak, and I lost like 25, 30 pounds in the span of like 3 weeks. We decided I need to go to the hospital. And so we did, and the moment I got in there, they put me on steroids, and I wound up doing colonoscopy and endoscopy at the same time a couple days later. Those came back that everything was okay, but I was already on steroids for a few days, so they said that there could have been something going on, and the steroids just killed it like that. It also killed my cough like that. Whatever bacteria was in me was dead after all the medication they gave me. So after being out of the hospital, I was on steroids until April 11th. And it's today June 11th? It's June 14th. So it's been officially 2 months since I've been off steroids, and I have not gone into a flare-up, which is super exciting. That has not happened at all. Usually after maybe like 2 weeks of being on steroids, I already start to get sick, and I literally can't like drink water. So, and I've had a couple weddings. I've been able to enjoy those. I was even able to have like a glass of wine here and there at those weddings, and nothing bad. Imodium is a medication you take when you're having those flare-up issues, and I haven't had to take Imodium once. Usually I have to take it like almost every day, which is so exciting. I've been able to drink regular coffee, and my GI doctor called me, and he said that the last test that they did said that I'm actually improving, which is absolutely incredible. I never thought I would ever be here. I thought this was going to be the rest of my life. So I guess they found a medication that worked right now. So it's the Pentasa, which is the pills that I take every day, and then the Entyvio. So I take my biologics called Entyvio, and I get it once a month. So that combination seems to be working right now, which is absolutely incredible, and I'm so, so happy. So I'm doing well in that aspect, but in a lot of other ways, I'm doing really terrible. When I got out of the hospital, my blood pressure was like heart attack high. It was like the top number could be in the 200s. It was really, really bad, and actually I stayed in the hospital longer because of my blood pressure, because it was so bad, and they started me on blood pressure pills. And it started getting better after I got put on 2 blood pressure pills, and I got taken off my birth control, because birth control can cause your blood pressure to be high. But taking me off of that birth control put me through, I'm already going through withdrawal from the steroids, and then put me through a double withdrawal from the estrogen and stuff like that. So I have literally been sleeping non-stop. I cannot stop sleeping. I can't get up earlier than 10 a.m. It's literally impossible. Steve has told me that it'll be like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and he'll like shake me and be like, wake up, and I won't. I can't. I don't even like recall him doing these things. I just cannot get up. And every like 2 to 3 days, I will literally get a day where I sleep the whole day. I will only get up to eat like a piece of toast so I can take my meds so I can go back to sleep. That's it. That's all I'll get up for. So I'll be up for a total of like 2 hours during the day, and that's it. So it has made life very difficult. I've had to cancel many plans because I literally cannot function. Um, and I haven't been able to go to church in a very long time because it starts at 10 and I can't even get up earlier than 10. So that has been difficult, and it's actually been also emotionally draining on me. I can't explain it. I've never been so tired in my life, and it's very frustrating because I finally feel better. Also, with my head issues, they're actually getting better. These injections I'm getting every 2 weeks are working. I used to have to take eye migraine medication once a day, every day, minimum once a day, every day. And I have, since started these injections, I think I've had 2 eye migraines, and it's been, how long has it been? It's been about 2 months since I started these injections, and I've had 2 eye migraines. It's incredible. And now, like I can do word search. I haven't been able to do word searches in like almost 3 years. It's amazing. I still can't read like full on like paragraphs. It's not that I can't read the words. I actually read a speech for my friend's wedding, and that was totally fine. It's comprehending what I'm reading. So by the time I get to the bottom of a paragraph, I have no idea what I just read, and I will go over it several times. I'm like, no, I can't, like, my brain is just not retaining the knowledge that it's trying to keep. So I haven't been able to fully read yet. I've been able to read, like, text messages are fine, as long as they're short. Emails are fine as long as they're short. I have been doing word searches nonstop because I haven't been able to do them in 3 years. So that is exciting. There's still some progress that needs to be made, but things are looking a lot better. It's still way, way too soon for me to go to work. It's only been 2 months of stability, and it's not even full stability because I still can't get through a day without sleeping. So my doctor says I'm getting better, but it's very, very slow. She said it could take up to a year for me to get up to what my new normal would be. She said, like, this tiredness, like, it could take a year because I was dependent on steroids for 1.5 years, almost 2 years. So, and I developed, I'm anemic. I'm very anemic since I came off birth control. I lost a lot of blood, so I'm very anemic, and she said that I probably will be for the rest of my life. So that's something I have to deal with too, trying to find the balance of my iron and stuff. And so my body is recovering still. I mean, it's gone through quite a bit of trauma, so it's gonna take a long time for me to get better. And my doctor says, like, don't worry about it. You're going to get better. It's just very, very slow. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So I'm doing well, but I'm also like MIA at the same time because I'm literally exhausted 24/7. So I'm not making a lot of commitments right now. Right now I'm just trying to focus on getting better and sleeping. Like, if my body's telling me I need to sleep, I need to sleep. And so that's basically what I've been doing. Another thing I'm struggling with right now is my anxiety. It's really bad. Just before this video, I actually cried for about an hour because I had an anxiety attack. About nothing, really. I think what happens is I've noticed that I am not the type of person that grieves something when it's happening in the moment. For example, the year that Steve and I were engaged, he lost our grandpa, I lost our grandpa, my dad had a stroke. We had to move twice each. We had both had a change of jobs, and we both had 4 jobs combined to pay for our wedding. There was a lot of stress going on, and I was so focused about trying to get through everything that after we got married, life was actually great, and I was so sad because I was grieving what happened to me prior. So now I think what's happened is, I've gone through so much in the last 3 years that I've been so focused of living, trying to stay alive and trying to figure out what's going on. And now that like I've been stable for the last 2 months and not like super sick, like on my couch or anything, I think everything is starting to catch up to me, and I'm having a lot of anxiety over very small things. I've never struggled with anxiety this bad. I have talked to my doctor about it, but I am on such a huge concoction of medication right now that she does not want to add anxiety medication to the mix. So before we try medication, we're gonna try counseling, and she said cardio, but like I can't do lots of cardio because I still have to take things slow. So she said walking on a treadmill. We have a pool, so doing some swimming is really good. So she said that. She said try some yoga maybe, stuff like that. So we're gonna look into that for sure. We're gonna look into counseling. I definitely think I need counseling. I've been cooped up for 3 years. And it's been hard. So yeah. So like if I seem to be not around or not present, it has nothing to do with any one of you guys. I love and appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. It's just I am still healing. It's just a different type of healing now. It's a type of healing where I literally need to sleep and to grow closer with God and to regain my happiness. I'm happy. I don't know. I'm constantly crying and I'm constantly sad. And I think I am just grieving the last 3 years and how much our life has changed and what our future looks like, because there's a lot of things that we planned for that we can't do anymore because of ulcerative colitis. And so just accepting that and how our lives are going to look in the future is hard, and it's been hitting me different. When I first got told I had ulcerative colitis and how it's going to change everything, I was kind of like, okay, and then I moved forward because, again, I'm the type of person that focuses on the here and now. I got to get through this. Don't worry about now. We just got to chug on through kind of thing. And so now that I'm better and I'm not worried about living and trying to stay alive and stuff, like everything's kind of hitting me. So yeah, we're gonna look into some counseling and hopefully that will help out. I'm really hoping that this season of tiredness and like mental exhaustion and anxiety won't last long, because this hopefully will be a nice summer, and I would like to enjoy a summer for the first time in 2-3 years. So I'm just really hoping that it won't last long and I'll be able to regain my strength back soon. Yeah, so I have a couple appointments coming up. I had a hematology appointment because every time I came off of steroids, my eosinophils, which is your white blood cell count, was skyrocket high. It was crazy high. And so my allergist, God bless my allergist, who will not leave me until they figure out every single reason of why things are the way they are. He thought that I had a disease called eosinophilia. So he referred me to a hematologist, and the hematologist had to do blood work leading up to the appointment to check those eosinophils, and then they were going to do a bone marrow biopsy. It was like a guaranteed bone marrow biopsy. They told me on the phone that was going to happen. I researched it. I was actually terrified. I was so scared. The very first time I was in the hospital, my neighbor right next to me had a bone marrow biopsy happen to her, like right then and there in the room, and like she was screaming the whole time. And so then when I thought about the bone marrow biopsy, I was like right to that moment, and I was so scared. So yeah, they did all this blood work leading up to it on very specific days and very specific blood work and very specific places I had to go. And when I went to the hematologist appointment. It was kind of the best thing ever because they basically told me that I was too healthy to get this thing done, and I was like, what? I've never heard those words. Like, I'm too healthy? Usually you're like, I don't know what else to do, so let's do like 50 other tests to figure out what's wrong. But my eosinophils have actually stayed. They've been stabilized at the regular rate since I've been off steroids, since April 11th, which is incredible. That hasn't happened to me at all yet whatsoever. So they think that my eosinophils were going up because my ulcerative colitis was never stable. But now it seems to be that the right concoction of meds have been stabilizing my ulcerative colitis. So now my eosinophils are staying stable as well. So they're not completely writing me off. They are also like, you also were on a high dose of steroids for a very long time. So it could still be in my system. So they are following me for the next 3 months. I have to get blood work done for the next 3 months, and then I have a follow-up. So if at any point my eosinophils go higher in the next 3 months, then they will do the bone marrow biopsy. And they explained to me the bone marrow biopsy, and Google over-exaggerated everything. It's actually not scary at all. So I'm not afraid of it anymore. So yeah, so that happened. And then also, I was supposed to go see an endocrinologist back in February, but I had COVID really bad, so we had to reschedule. So I actually see them this Thursday. So hopefully they'll be able to tell me some stuff going on. My doctor thinks my thyroid might be affected because of all the steroids, so that could be contributing to like my tiredness and stuff. Another issue that I'm having is I am on allergy medication, 2 different types prescribed to me, because every time I come off steroids, I go into an allergic reaction of some kind. I get hives on my body, or my eyes or my lips swell up. It's not anaphylaxis like it was back in November, but it's still like irritating and frustrating, and we don't want it to get to that point. So I've been on that since April 11th, and I think that could also contribute to my tiredness because they can make you sleepy. And even the other day, I forgot to, or we ran out, and we forgot that we ran out because I take so many medications. Like, if I'm missing one, it's hard to tell that I'm missing one. So I couldn't get up, and Steve came and looked at me, and he said my eyes and my lips were swollen, and my hand was starting to get the little bumps again. And we were like, oh crap, I'm out of that. And that just happened a week ago. So it is still a thing going on. So hopefully they'll be able to figure that out, because my allergist is like, it's not specifically allergies, because all the blood work would look different if it was. So we don't really know what's going on. So hopefully the endocrinologist will be able to help with that as well. And yeah, I have been referred to a rheumatologist while I was in the hospital. I still don't have that appointment. Last time I got a referral, though, when I was in the hospital, it took over a year to get that appointment. So I'm not expecting to see a rheumatologist anytime soon. So yeah, that's kind of the update right now. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out. I will try to answer as quick as possible. Again, I'm super exhausted. There's a lot mentally going on, so if I don't reply, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for your love and your support and your prayers, and I hope to see everyone soon. Bye!